Well, it's about as desperate as it could possibly become for Monaco as they still sit without a series win heading into the last few weeks of league play. And ahead of them is a Barça team that has been up or down at times, James. What are we expecting from this one?
For me, Barca's been up overall this season, especially with the addition of Flakes. I've loved what I've seen from Barcelona. To me, they're one of the top teams in Europe. And Monaco, on the other hand, they have been struggling. Obviously, not even a single series win. The last time they played, Extra was the only player to score. Scored 5 goals. No one else was able to put one in. So it has been tough for Monaco. And we're about to find out if things will get tougher or if they can potentially salvage their season. They're trying to avoid the automatic relegation. That going to the promotion tournament, they've done that before. They've come out on top. But that auto relegation, that is really what they're fighting to avoid.
Absolutely. If they can get a win here, then they can still turn everything around. But time is running out, and Flakes is already putting that pressure on. But you look at this overall, and Monaco, their results and the way they've been playing at times have not looked overly bad. They started very well, actually, on Monday in their series, but they just fizzled out as it went along. It's going to be about maintaining that level of play throughout an entire series.
Yeah, they've had brief moments where you can tell why they made it into the RLCS, but against these RLCS caliber teams, they've been struggling. The closest they got was against TSM, where it went to Game 5, but every other series has been pretty one-sided.
It's already going to be popped up, Flakes. Decent amount of time here as Devo decides, nah, we're just going to play this one back to my own side of the field and then take it back over. He's doing laps around at the moment. It's almost managed to set up. One of the players that Monaco are looking towards, though. Ignite off the ceiling. He's not got many passing options. Bit of a floating touch as well, but he's caused some chaos. Tigre moves in. Bounces off, though, and Devo only as far as Ignite yet again. Good pressure to start off from Monaco. But how often are we going to see the confidence in a mistake like that? You can see how quickly you can start moving out of your Barça. Kind of luckily for Monaco that Barça didn't really have any boost available to start pushing towards a midfield challenge.
Monaco has been doing a fantastic job of keeping this ball lobbed in, forcing Barca to use up their boost to go for these clears and keep them on the defensive, where Monaco's not really doing much, is looking for that passing opportunity, trying to find that player who's open. You see Extra wins that challenge, but Ignite wasn't even close to make the most of it. So while Monaco is keeping possession, they're going to have to start thinking that extra step ahead on how they plan to get that shot towards net.
Extra is a very solid player to create those sort of opportunities, but you are completely right. Monaco have lacked confidence at times to put forward that second player. Almost as if they just don't trust whoever's the last person back. It's going to be Extra now up. Very loose first touch from him, but now Tigre moves forward as well. Off the backboard, Bronicky doesn't get contact, but Flakes will clear. And it's those sort of situations I'm looking at, James, because they're not going to get a completely open shot. It's those sort of ones where you're going to have to put forward that second player just to test the keeper a little bit.
Yeah, and Ignite, he was in position to do that, but he opted to turn back. He needs that aggression, like you're saying, Shogun, especially when Monaco's been struggling to find any sort of offense. They need to start taking risks.
Devo up to the corner. Should be Extras to take care of, and he does get the half volley clear. Ignite choosing not to spend any boost for that ball, recognizing it. It's probably gone from him. Here is Flakes. Oh, what a transition that is. Dives the front of his car straight into the floor. And now no contact from Monaco, leaves the shot open. And the first shot on target from this game has come from a Barça team that spent the majority of it on defense.
They've been on defense quite a bit of time, but there hasn't really been anything incredibly threatening. They've just been trying to set up a possession counterattack. Devo stretching to make that one a little precarious.
Ray will leave it. Instead, Devo tries to take over. 2 players committed, though. This is a great opportunity for Monaco. Instead, Extra is going to take it the long way around. And was that the right decision? Never really know. That's a good challenge from Devo. Ignite takes over. Pops over the top of one. Try to find the pass to Extra. But it's starting to fall into place a little bit more for Monaco. Ball already up. That is a uncomfortable save for Tigre, but it's a save that he makes. As Extra looks to just make it just as uncomfortable for Flakes. For all of the pressure so far, nobody's managed to find a way through.
But like you said, things are looking up for Monaco as they're starting to find each other. You see that second man coming in to challenge. That dunk. It's going to lead to a counterattack from Extra. He's going to stay with it himself. Gets the backboard hit. Where's the teammate? Tigre is denied.
Oh, what a shot as well. Ignite finds the top corner. But keep an eye on the goal line this entire play. Tigre muscles him out.
Tigre was like, he was like a linebacker. Or not a linebacker, a lineman. Just going up, leading the block. And gets that play. And Ignite getting a goal that's going to do wonders for his confidence. But like you said, Shogun, you got to give credit where it's due. Tigre up there muscling out the defender.
Well, I said that they were never going to get a completely open net to score on. Tigre seems like he was listening and decided to create one of his own. Fantastic play to get them 1-0 up. Although Devo off the backboard, Tigre has to get this and he needs to try and follow it up. This is a major commit from Extra as well. At least Ignite has got the boost. He's going to try and waste as much time as possible. Tigre not on the backboard. They need another follow-up. This is not overly comfortable. Follow-up shot will not be there. Monaco forced to sweat at the very end.
And that was a crazy situation. Ignite getting the only goal of the game thanks to Tigre getting that bump in net. But Barcelona was very flat. They were very flat, stuck on defense a majority of the game. There wasn't a ton of shots from Monaco, but they were just being held back. They were not able to get really any counterattacks going, keep much possession. The passing wasn't really there. Barca struggling to have a response to this Monaco play style.
And it's very strange as well because you look at the Barca players, especially when you see Devo and Flakes' names on there, just as individual players who are so capable of controlling the ball and transitioning from one side of the field to the other, you would expect this would be the series that Monaco be struggling the most to lock a team down in. So for that to be the case, we're going to have to look towards those players in the next few games to see how they start to adapt.
In Monaco, they have one of the lowest scoring offenses in the league. The only team that is lower is TSM. In this game, you know, they only scored a single goal, but it was enough. So Barca, you expect more from them. But right now, Monaco, they're in the driver's seat. We'll see if they can keep things going. They're going to have to stay confident because this is their RLCS life on the line. Obviously, they still have next week to try to catch up to TSM, but they have to get this win here.
And this has been the point I made earlier on, James, about how Monaco seem to be starting series incredibly well, but once they hit a rough patch, they've struggled to try and make a comeback from there. So I almost get the feeling that if they are to win this series, they need to do it in free. Otherwise, they're going to have to do something that they haven't done all that well this entire season, and that's try and stick it out. He takes his time. 2 boosts to his name, but guess what? Devo doesn't know it. Unfortunately, Flakes doesn't care less for your presence on the pitch. It's a lovely pass over to Devo as well. 1-on-1, only Extra to beat. Just never quite fully took control of the ball, though. Flakes with an option. He does try to find it. Well read, though, from Tigre.
Tigre, he saw that play shaping up. He knew Flakes was going to go for the pass. He's low on boost, but still makes the play. Tigre still sitting at 0, however. Everyone is low. Extra gets that clear. Tigre finally picking up some full boost. So now Monaco, you see them keeping the composure on defense, and now they're on the attack yet again.
Look over the top, 2 players committed. Where's the follow-up shot from Monaco? It comes in late, as it often has been. Sitting very deep at times. Extra, he's got nobody to beat, though, and an open net gives it 1-0 to Monaco.
We saw the demo come out, and Ronicky starts creeping out a net. Ronicky needed to stay in net to cover after the demo. There was no one back. Just a lapse in the defense. And like that, Monaco get on the board. Extra keeps his offensive streak going.
Monaco will leave it for Flakes. It's a great backboard clear from Ignite. Somewhere that Monaco have had struggles throughout this season. Extra also unchallenged. Powers the ball long. And here's where the questions start coming up for Barca, where they've not created much this entire series. Their only real flurry being at the very end of the last game. They haven't looked in control of this ball at any moment in time.
They haven't, and you look for Devo to kickstart counterattacks, dishing the ball to either Flakes or Ronicky, who then work together to make a play. We haven't seen any plays even really be attempted by Barcelona. We saw a shot opportunity earlier in this game for Devo. Now we're seeing Devo dish it, but that's denied by iIgnite. More shots coming in, so we're starting to see Barcelona heat up.
It's been a couple of passing plays as well, which is what you want to see from them. Got the options around. You can always see just off camera that there is always a Barca player ready and waiting for it. Just will they be able to receive it? iIgnite forced again to play defensively, and he's come out well. And now played over the top, and it's another open net. Extra will not miss those.
Extra walks this one in. iIgnite was up so quickly, he shocked Devo. Devo didn't think that iIgnite would be able to get up and get another challenge on the ball, but he was left stunned as Extra escorts that ball into the net.
James, earlier on I said Barca will not concede open goals. That was not supposed to be a challenge.
Well, I think they accepted the challenge, and they promptly lost.
iIgnite decides to lead them for a little while. 2-goal lead for Monaco. We'll try desperately not to drop this. We cannot reiterate how important it is for them to get a series. Where's Ronicky? Will drop it to Flakes. What a goal that would have been. Now Extra for the hat trick. Ends up leaving it for Tigre. Fast side shot. And the shooting is getting sharper from Monaco. They've lacked almost a killer instinct to go and take them at times, but when they are hitting it, they're forcing uncomfortable saves, and that is very important. It gets a bit of boost out, but also at times it can mean that, the saves are going to put the ball into a position where Monaco can continue to play it, as Extra will seal his hat trick and potentially seal game number 2.
Just throw your toppers out onto the field. Extra getting his 3rd, and Monaco firmly in control. This is getting out of hand, especially when Barcelona just needs a single win. A single win to guarantee themselves top 6, and they haven't been able to do it.
Extra's going to continue to follow. I don't think he needs any more goals this game. He can definitely try and share some of that wealth. Extra will turn around, and it's still all Monaco on offense.
An Extra, this has been another great game from him. This time, this game, he's getting his first hat trick of the season. So he'll be happy with that. And it's at the right time as well, where they're fighting to avoid the 10th place auto relegation spot.
Drop. He can't get there in time. Less than a minute remaining. Still 3 goals is the deficit. And all the work for Barca to do. Extra wins yet another challenge. I don't think he's lost one so far this series. Just a brick wall every single time he goes forward to try and get it. Blake's going to need some magic here. Goes for an early flick, and that will easily be covered. Gets a block, however. But nothing sticking right now for Barca. A long clear. Going to be even more time ticked off the clock. It looks like Barca have got nothing left in the tank for this game. They have been blown away in game 2. Still yet to get anything going, and for the first time, it really looks like Monaco are styling on a team this season. Follow-up shot from Extra. He puts it to the far side.
And
James,
this
we're going to be going...
is so one-sided. It's so one-sided, Shogun. The last time I remember a team getting perfect swept, it was Barcelona as well. They've now lost 2 games straight to Monaco without putting in a single goal. They just need 1 game for top 6. And things aren't looking great. Things are not looking great for Barcelona. They're entirely flat. Flakes and Ronicky, the combo that you expect to do damage on offense, has just been silent.
I mean, we can see the stats there. I mean, what is that? 11 shots for Barca? How many of those, when you actually look at it, would you consider all that threatening to Monaco? Not many, really any of them.
1 or 2. Yeah, maybe one. Maybe 1 or 2. But regardless, Monaco, their defense has been solid. They are able to withstand even these quality looks that Barca has been getting up to this point. But there has been, when you watch Barcelona before, you see these plays that are unstoppable. The plays that they make where you really just can't do anything to defend it. And we haven't seen any of those plays come out from Barça. It has been uninspired because Monaco has been keeping possession and not really giving them the space to really work with.
I mean, we'll 100% give credit to Monaco so far. This is the best Rocket League we've seen them play all season long, but on the other side, the criticism has to be levied at Barca. They're so sluggish at the moment. I keep flicking through their cameras just to make sure, okay, you guys do have boost, right? Because it just seems like such a difference of pace.
And it doesn't really seem like Monaco is really outpacing them so much as it is. They're just getting these better challenges. They're getting better clears. And Barcelona, they need to find out, they need to start getting better clears, looking for teammates, creating some space. And now we see Flakes switch onto the Merc. Maybe that'll be the difference as we see Ronicky getting involved early, just a few seconds into game 3. And that perfect sweep is avoided after Tigre couldn't read that off the backboard. Ronicky does. Barcelona takes the lead.
Certainly will not be joining that infamous list of perfect swept teams. On Monaco, gonna have to try and find their way back for the first time this series. Immediate shot, Ronicky should be able to cover that one well. But immediate boost steal as well from Monaco. They've been doing a good job of that so far. Devo to play it out, tries to pass into thin air. Roniky's to try and chase. I really get the feeling that Barca are gonna need that second goal. Will this be it?
Oh.
It's pinballing around, but it does not go into the back of the net.
Extra got there just in time. I think Ignite had missed the read. Extra was helping out. That was a close call for Monaco.
Ignite off the backboard. Probably not the best place to put it. Barca with 3 players all capable of going for that ball. Tigre will clear. Up for the chase now. Devo takes his time. Maybe takes a little bit too much time. Slightly awkward for Flakes, but he's got Devo to aim for in the corner. And Extra finds himself very close to this ball. Still controls it, however. Got the flick. He aims for the top corner. 2 players committed. Tigre just slowly drifts his way up to this ball. Has that given Barca enough time to try and set themselves back up? Or will there be a dunk? Ronicky gets past 2, almost gets past 3. Tigre is the 3rd man. Dives straight in.
Oh, it's open.
Open net. Extra will be there.
Extra gets gifted an open net. Tigre forced that ball through. He was low on boost, going up against 2 Barcelona defenders. Just bullies his way by, gets that ball out into the middle for Extra, and Extra with that free goal.
I don't know what has come over Monaco this series as Ignite almost gets a flip reset. But, we were talking earlier on about we didn't have to see any Monaco players attacking, pretty good opportunities to chase the ball and take for it. This time around, we get a player diving forward for an on-the-line shot. Monaco have almost turned feral now that they have been put into this position, and I really like what I'm seeing from them.
Well, blood is in the water, and they know that this series is theirs for the taking. Flakes, however, trying to do some damage. Devo almost got that double tap, but you're right, Monaco has been playing a much different style now, so much more aggressive. They have that second man ready and waiting for the chance, and it has been paying off.
Ignite takes his time. Over the top of Devo, and there's a demo as well from Tigre on Flake.
If Ignite hits that shot, Shogun, the path was cleared, the demo came out. Ignite didn't get a clean hit on the ball, and had he gotten that clean hit, it very well could have been 2-1.
Goes for a double tap this time. Extra finds himself very close to the ball yet again. Devo and Ronicky both move forward. Unfortunately, they lost the challenge. Leaves Flakes all by himself. Pass straight out. Ignite will not be there on time. And there's going to be a double commit this time from Monaco. Not the cleanest Rocket League you'll see. But it could be some of the most entertaining if Barca can get themselves going here. Devo over to the far corner. Tigre will try and move forward. Not the best touch from him. Ignite has to try and help it on. Doesn't get contact. Extra will just pass it straight into the path of Ronicky, who has scuffed the shot a little bit. Going to give territory over to Monaco, and we've seen what they do in this position. But Extra comes in really late. Wants to set up Tigre, but now over to Ronicky. Ronicky controls. Will he go the whole way? Oh, will he ever?
Flake starts this with a flick by 1. then a win. Ronicky goes for the self-pass double tap, point blank. Ronicky, that is the best goal that I have seen today, Shogun.
Absolute banger to give Barcelona a tenuous lead. How long will it last? Another whiff. Monaco having a few chances now on the goal line that they haven't been able to turn around. It's a dangerous pass, though, from Barcelona to Devo. Ignite off the ceiling. He's been here a few times, still struggling to make anything of it. He just needs to let that ball drop a little bit more. Get under it and just get over for the full flick. Seems like he's just sort of snatching at the opportunity at times. Extra pass over to the far side. However, nobody around for his team. Less than a minute remaining now. Barca.
They would have needed to commit there because there was a bump in net, and the third man would have had to come in to take that shot from Extra's pass. And Monaco, well, they've been sending that second man. I don't know if they're eager enough to send the whole house, but they'll need to as time is running out.
Ignite wins the challenge. Tigre to follow. 1-on-1 against Flakes, and Flakes typically solid in these situations. Decides to take his time, play it to the own corner. Two players committed, though. Extra will turn. Ronicky, quick enough to try and sniff out the danger. As Extra decides to power on net. Those ones unlikely to work, but maybe this will. The drop pass over to Extra is immediately caught by Barca, but here's Monaco putting on so much pressure in this final third. It's another drop pass, but it just seems like they're passing to thin air at times off the backboard. Last opportunity for Monaco. Bump on the net! Tigre will be there!
You were worried in those moments. For Monaco, it seemed like they botched their chance, but immediately Ignite goes for the backboard pass, takes Ronicky out, and clears the way for Tigre. And Monaco is right back in it.
Again, just mauling whenever they get the opportunity. Here we go, overtime. A goal here for Barca means that they clinch playoffs. If they don't, then they give a lifeline to Monaco to potentially avoid relegation. As Tigre over to the corner, Dive will follow. That's a double commit.
Oh, they're all out.
Huge opportunity now because Tigre will not be able to get back if this is played quick enough. But Barca have played it sublimely, and it's an own goal.
Devastating. Tigre had zero boost, and he gets the save. He finally got some pad there, but Ignite was in the wrong place at the wrong time, and that was the difference.
Well, Barca will now secure playoffs. Not quite how they imagined it happening, but I'm sure they'll be happy nonetheless. For Monaco, this is now going to be the question. We've had them in these positions where they've started a series so well, and as soon as there's a blip, it starts to go downhill for them. This is now their opportunity to try and turn that storyline around, James.
It certainly is. That was a close game. Even on kickoff, Ignite was up in the air. He had a chance. I'm surprised he didn't just take the shot quickly on net. So it was a very close call. However, you have to give credit to Barcelona for waking up. That goal from Ronicky was a beauty. It really was. And even before that, to set up that play, Flakes did so well to maintain possession of the ball. He goes for the dribble. He flicks it by one defender and then popped it up for Ronicky to finish the job. So Flakes also making his mark. Barcelona, their offense coming alive. They got a win in a very tenuous situation. It looked like we might be seeing Barcelona get swept and not even clinch that top six. So now they've done it. Emotions can be a little bit easier as they've secured top six. Now they're going to have to start the long reverse sweep journey if they hope to take out Monaco.
Absolutely, and Monaco are now going to have to deal against a Barca team that seem to be clicking that little bit more. A couple more mechanical plays coming out from this time around. And you know what? Almost thankfully, no open nets. Will this one be the first goal? It's put up too high. Flakes was just a little bit too cute with that shot. It's going to be Flakes now on the ball. He's now switched over to the Venom. We're getting a new car every single game from the looks of it. Hitting that randomizer as Ronicky will lose the challenge to Tigre. Ignite already up. He's beaten another player to the forwards. Extras to take. with a big wall of Devo stuck in front of him. Ignite just goes straight for the shot. We've seen Monaco attempt a few passing plays so far, but more often than not, it seems like they're not being calmed quite so much as they passing into thin air.
They would much rather just batter down the defense. We're seeing it. They're attacking the backboard. They're going for bumps on the goal line. We're seeing solo plays come out, 50-50s that lead to rebound chances. It's scrappy from Monaco. They're getting goals however they can. Not as much a coordinated effort as you see, but this is a good backboard pass. That one shut down. Devo, open net. Devo's going to tuck that one in. A full field counterattack after Monaco committed too much.
Yeah, this is maybe not going to help with Monaco's confidence when it comes to sending everybody forward. Devo just loitering downfield, and he's going to just tip and tap that one in. So a minute and 20 played. And Barça asking more and more questions of Monaco's ability to stay in the RLCS. Ignite for the backboard. It's going to be uncontested. Follow-up shot immediately turned in.
This was a rough read from Ronicky. He was heading back towards his net. Had to get this perfect, and when he missed, that opened up the door for Extra. Extra was just playing the miss, hoping that Ronicky doesn't make connection. And when he didn't, Extra just knew that he could bounce that one in, did exactly that. Now a chance off the kickoff flip, reset, the shot denied by Flakes.
And it is the player that you want to see from Monaco starting to step up. Extra has been outstanding at moments this season. He needs to try and consolidate that and lock that in for the rest of this series to give Monaco even a chance. Good flick from Devo. Can follow. Can't quite get the second player away from the ball as it is going to bounce off the corner. So far, Monaco happy just to leave their first player almost loitering a little bit downfield. Happy to go for a second touch, maybe even half rotate back over. It's a huge demo though. Ignite has to win the challenge, and he's won it heartily. For Extra. Good pressure currently been put on for Monaco. Don't seem like they've been snake bitten from that goal by Devo. But pressure being applied by Flakes. Extra somehow able to escape. And now looks to continue onwards. Ronicky loses the challenge. And it's another booming clear from Flakes that buys his team a little bit of time.
Flakes, he's looking to get aggressive. You saw him going all the way downfield, looking for those bumps, looking for those demos. And it's not paid off yet. And this is a close one. Monaco still hungry for that first win of the season. That one denied by Ronicky. Ronicky doesn't want to give him the win as Monaco inch closer and closer towards net.
2 minutes now. Extra hasn't got a passing option anymore as Ignite is demoed, so instead chooses to blast the ball long. Though with plenty of time, as Barça have been happy to invite the pressure so far this game. Not really challenging too much in the midfield. That is not a good touch though from Extra. Going to force Tigre out. Decides to wait a little while to pull Extra into a better spot. Keep an eye though on the off-ball players from Barça. They've already got one goal from Devo from loitering downfield. You know, expect that first man challenge to almost be a hopeful one, and then when you see where Flakes is now, he can become a passing option for Devo if it was in a better spot for him.
Ronicky's trying to save his boost in net, hoping to get a big clear, but he used it all up, didn't do anything. Everyone's low. Flakes got some in the corner. He's going to try to buy as much time as possible for his teammates to go grab some small pads, maybe a big boost pad in the corner. Devo has enough to deny the backboard, but it's getting rough for Barça.
I believe it was Devo that managed to pick up 100 in the corner, so it's up to him to make something of this. Flakes off the backboard, takes his time. There's another 100 now in that corner again. I think Flakes got it. Going to be able to try and play his way out now. Brings in Devo off the backboard. Tigre just about wins the ball. But that was important for Barça because that was a long time to be stuck in your own final third. Well played to not even allow Monaco to set up a truly good goal-scoring opportunity.
And we've seen this play out multiple times where Barça is inviting the pressure. They're playing with low boost, and they're just buying time until the right moment where enough players have boost to execute a threatening counterattack. And that could bite Monaco. If they overcommit again, Barça could take it down the full length of the field.
Monaco clears. Not going to be any follow-up here from Barça. I think both teams happy to see some overtime. And here we go. Can Monaco start to turn their season around at the very last moment? Or are Barça going to send us to Game 5? It's up to Tigre off the backboard. Blake's already sticking around. Does get a second touch. That leaves Ignite by himself. He has to take that one early because Ronicky was ready and waiting for the pass. Blake's to the corner. Off the ceiling. Who's going to be there first? It's going to be Ronicky!
Ronicky does it again. A huge goal. Ignite was in net, but Ronicky was faster. Ignite thought that he could get there in time, but he didn't realize Ronicky was already there. And Barça get the win, forcing Game 5. Monaco, things are looking grim for them. Up 2-0, they lose in overtime, and now they lose in overtime yet again. This is rough for Monaco fans.
Absolutely. I mean, they've got to be thinking to themselves at this point, what have they got to do? They were controlling every single part of the offense for a long period of time. But Barça somehow managed to keep the ball out of their own net. And that is what has invited us into Game 5. Now, James, I just want to speak here about what Monaco can do gameplay-wise. I think their gameplay has been as good as we've seen it all season. What can they do mentally? Who's going to be the leader in this situation to tell them, okay, let's calm it down. What we're doing is right.
Well, I mean, it's tough because you even wonder if this is the winning strategy, because what we're seeing from Monaco is they're attacking the backboard. They're lobbing in these balls towards the Barca defense, hoping that they make a mistake, hoping that they can get a rebound goal, a backboard bounce. We saw one did break through. We saw Ronicky miss the backboard bounce, and Extra was able to clean it up. But I think for Monaco, they have to go that extra step. They need to be more creative and utilize each other more. They've got to look for those infield passes. They've got to look to just make plays together instead of hoping that the Barca defense makes an error. They need to just straight out beat that defense altogether through some fast, creative passing plays.
Well, Monaco looking to be clutch for the first time this season. Tigre takes his time, and we've got yet another car. The Ripper this time. It's been a while since I've seen that one.
Came out when Wasteland was released, I believe.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm not totally certain, but that's what I think happened. I mean, it was a long time ago. The Ripper been in the game for a while, but you don't see it that often.
If there's anyone that's going to bust it out, it was always going to be Flakes. Tigre can't win another challenge as Ronicky blasts straight through him. And there is a long clear from Ignite. Requires Extra. Roughly what you do want to be seeing as Extra gets a second. But you just got to imagine how much boost is that taking out of Extra to just get that play going. And not only that, because it's not landing on a wall, it means it's going to take him even longer to try and rotate back. So whilst those sort of plays are very good at getting rid of danger, they do sort of struggle to follow up after that.
They do. And there we saw it was a chance. And normally you could see a team go for that infield pass. Tigre was too far back for Extra. Extra put that across the mid. Tigre didn't want to commit. I think Monaco's going to have to put themselves in an uncomfortable situation to try to go that extra mile to get that goal.
Extra just sweeping across the face of the goal now. See what he can still. I do believe he's got the far side boost pickup. Going to make life a little bit more difficult for Barca as Flakes just controlling this one all the way back down. Couldn't go any further with it. Instead, he's gone all the way into the Monaco side of the field. Infield pass to Tigre off the backboard. Devo's not going to be able to get here. And that will be slotted in by Ignite. How crucial could this be for Monaco?
And this is what you wanted to see from Monaco. Ignite working with Tigre to make an indefensible shot opportunity. A beautiful pass for Tigre as well.
I would love to point out in that play as well, Devo's position, you can see him hooking around, looking at that backboard. The moment the infield happened, it threw off the timing. He was forced to stop, and that meant that there was no way to regain momentum. But here could be a huge momentum shift as Devo looks to plow forward, but Tigre wins a challenge.
And iignite with two 50-50 wins, looking to hunt Devo down as he rotates out. Monaco, they'll have to hold on. We're almost at the halfway point of the game. They're trying to not only fend off the reverse sweep, but fend off that auto relegation. This is such a critical series for them. This is perhaps the turning point in their season, which has gone so difficult until now.
iignite chooses not to challenge, instead starts to rotate back. 2 minutes on the clock. Monaco will need to survive for that long. It's going to be a long time, and Flakes has got space. You don't want to be doing that. 3 players needed to stop him. And here comes Ronaki off the crossbar. And it's going to be full up yet again, but Monaco have managed to survive.
Monaco on the goal line. Maybe it's karma. The own goal that was scored on the goal line before, now they get out alive. That was as close as you can get, though. And now, on the other end, Tigray, that touch got away from him. And now a miss from iignite. Gonna put him in a tough situation.
Tigray was looking down the barrel of a 1v3, but I don't think Barça recognized it quick enough. Extra to the corner. He can read that bounce. Devo will read it quicker. Backboard again. Nobody to follow this one up. This has been where Monaco managed to get the majority of their opportunities, but for once, James, not sending that follow-up could be the right decision for Monaco. They're not the team anymore that need to go finding goals as Flakes narrowly avoids being demoed out of the air.
But I think it's a mistake to let off the gas now. You have to go for that second goal. Get that insurance goal. Don't play tentatively, because then you'll give Barcelona space to get back into the game. And we've already seen what Ronaki can do with that space.
Here is Tigray. Does not hit the target, but he forced Flakes to move. Extra backing off his shot just a little bit, recognizing if he did blast there, he was probably going to go for the backboard. Oh, that's a backflip from iignite, and Tigray on the goal line. I wasn't too sure where he was on the field. He was exactly where he was needed, and a follow-up touch from iignite will more than make up for his previous mistake.
And this could be a bounce that gives Extra a chance. He would have had to time that flip perfectly, but Monaco on the attack. They could do it if they can hold on for just 15 more seconds. We'll see an upset.
iignite blasting the ball long again, forces Devo to rotate back. 5 seconds now. Extra feet to the ball. It's only Tigray and iignite to try and hold on to this lead for Monaco. Just needs to hit the floor now. 2 players are in the corner.
Oh, it's open!
And it's gonna go in!
The double commit. Tigray goes for it. So does iignite. Extra has to watch in horror as the net's wide open, and Monaco, they were seconds away from their first win of the season. Now they're going to have to do it in overtime.
Well, they've got to put it out of their heads very quickly. Barça trying to set something up. They've already got 2 players on the other side of the field. Extra, plenty of boost to his name. Taps it down over the top. It's going to be Tigray to follow up here. Will be unchallenged for the time being. There's Devo just loitering on the backboard. iignite takes his time. Didn't look too comfortable with that ball, however. What version of Monaco are we about to see? They have been offensively solid so far this series, but now all the pressure is on, and you can see some small mistakes starting to happen. Extra gets another challenge win off the backboard. 2 players currently over there from Barça as Extra wanted to get a demo in the goal line. Ronaki easily able to avoid it, however. Cannot get that double commit out of my head right now, James. And
I mean, this
result
is a
doesn't go their way.
Where if you're Monaco, you're thinking the universe is against you. What do you have to do?
No!
And Flakes ends it. Flakes ends the series with this goal, getting Barça the reverse sweep.
Words cannot describe.
What can you even say? Oh my.
They were literally no seconds away